There are 2 Detroit Lions on the list.
Okay.
I think you all can guess who they are.
I just say, come on, I'm not playing this game.
24, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 22, Penei Sewell. Honorable mention was Aiden Hutchinson.
No, here's Aiden's deal. Oh, Sparty. Guys, I think he's going to be a good player. I've always thought he's going to be a good player. His pass rush win rate needs to get a hell of a lot better. He was only winning about 13% of the time. And I don't want to hear about sacks. Sacks is a lucky number. Sometimes your teammates rush the quarterback into a sack you get. Aiden has to become more effective on win rate. He's a good player. But if you're going to be one of the top 25 guys in the sport under 25, I got news for you. No, Amon-Ra and Penei Sewell have done a hell of a lot more.
They proved it.
Now, I don't have any issue about either guy. I think both are going to take major steps forward this year. I think Sewell establishes himself as the best right tackle in football, and I think Amon-Ra is going to flirt with being one of the 12 best wide receivers in the game. I think Amon-Ra he's a red ass. He's a dog. He's a competitor.
He's going to have he'll have longevity in the NFL.
He reminds me of Hines Ward. He's just a red ass. He's just
great call.
Like one of those tough, slot, nasty
players.
May
never be one of those guys that you're going to go flock to go see, but every year exactly consistency. That's what he brings to the team.
He'll block. He's physical. He'll play hurt.
I think Aiden will be on this list next year. I mean, if the Lions, I'm not going to say wasted, but they mismanaged his early games. And I kept telling you, like, if they play him like he played at Michigan, he'll get a lot better. And then all of a sudden, they moved him to the weak side, and now he started getting a lot more production. But he's got to prove it more than 1 year because he didn't have that Sauce Gardner type of impact where you're like, man, this kid could be special. You see the potential with him. No, I think he'll be on the list next year.
So those are 2 players in the bottom 5 where the Lions sits, and then we finish out the last 5. 25 would be Justin Fields, 23 T. Higgins, and 21 Devonta Smith.
I would argue on the Devonta Smith one. Look, I think he's a nice player, but pretty easy to do when you play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, I mean because
I'd put Fields there and move Smith to 25.
Fields, I think, is exactly where he's supposed to be because he's
got no help.
Right, but we're basing it on, well, if he gets help, he'll be better. We haven't seen it yet. It's all speculation. I've seen what Smith has done, and I don't care that you play for the Eagles. You still got to catch the ball. You still got to run down the field. You still got to score touchdowns. And check. He's done that. So I think he belongs in that spot.
You have Garrett Wilson at 20, 19, Rashawn Slater, Quinnen Williams at 18, DK at 17.
DK Metcalf isn't 25 yet?
I was about to say.
He is 25. So this is the last year he can be on the list.
Right. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They had actually from 18, 17, and 16 are all 25. They'll be off the list. Quinnen Williams, DK, and Josh Jacobs at 16.
Jacobs, I listen. As Melvin Gordon said in an article yesterday, it's a joke playing running back these days. I mean, I'm not going to freak out about it. But all the players you just listed, whether it's Aiden, whether it's Sewell, Amon-Ra, Devontae Smith, DK, I'm putting them all ahead of Josh Jacobs. I just don't value the position that way. Running backs don't impact winning.
No, there's no longevity there, but I guess if you're just looking at it for this year, I still would probably slot him a little bit lower. Smith, I would put higher because I think that he is a key part to that Philadelphia offense.
So then we jump into the top 15 here. At 15, we have Jonathan Taylor, 14, Jalen Waddle, 13, Trayvon Diggs.
This is getting worse and worse and worse.
And your guy, 12, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, the Trayvon Diggs thing, he's
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, fun to watch. But, I mean, the dude makes egregious errors. He gets absolutely toasted.
He thinks every play is a pick six.
David, I got to be honest, this list is getting worse and worse the higher up we get. It really is.
Is it because your guy's only, at 12?
Right, he's outside of the top 10? Is that why he's saying it?
Who's that, Trevor
Lawrence.
Oh, I think it's stupid, but, I mean, I'm not going to let it taint the list. I just think Trevor Lawrence, the way he finished up last year, the infrastructure they're building there, what he's able to do with what he had, I mean, you could make an argument he's one of the 6 best quarterbacks in football right now. But again, it's not my list, and I'm not going to freak out about it. I think it's stupid to tell me there's 11 players teams would rather have than Trevor Lawrence under 25.
You're probably not going to like who's at number 11 right ahead of him.
Who?
Creed Humphrey, center, Chiefs.
See, now you're trying to be provocative. I stop. I mean, look, the kid's been a beast since he was a freshman at Oklahoma. He's a stud center. He's a very good player. There's no universe where he's a better football player than Trevor Lawrence.
He hasn't missed an NFL start, has rarely been penalized, they say.
And I was about to say, it's hard to quantify offensive linemen because it's one of those, the less you hear their name, the more they are, but you don't pay attention to them. Nobody goes down to the games to say, I'm watching the O-line outside of their family members.
So in the top 10, we have at 10, CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Cowboys. At number 9, offensive tackle, Tristan Wirfs.
Okay, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan. I could put him above both of those in the top 10. Keep going.
Number 8, Patrick Surtain II. And number 7, Sauce Gardner.
Okay, look, I think Sauce is probably a little low, but it was only one season. But it was one of the most locked down seasons we've seen from a rookie corner in NFL history. It was incredible.
Number 6, Justin Herbert.
Enough. Enough.
This still goes back to the Red Bowl, right?
No, Justin Herbert, he's a good player, but nobody has gotten their ass kissed for doing less than Justin Herbert. When's Justin Herbert going to win some big-time football games?
He's in the right market, L.A.
That's fine. He's a good player. I'm not slandering him. But you know who beat Justin Herbert in the playoffs? Because Justin Herbert blew a 28-point lead? Trevor Lawrence.
But he doesn't play in the L.A. market. And,
I know.
Last time I checked, that brings in more money.
I don't like this list.
Well, okay, so I'm going to give you the top 5. I don't think you can argue with the top 5. Maybe placement within it.
That's
but
all
they
we're
all
arguing.
deserve.
They're all good players.
All deserve it, okay? 5 would be Jamar Chase. 4, Michael Parsons. 3, Nick Bosa. 2, Jalen Hurts. And 1, Justin Jefferson.
I'd have Nick Bosa number 1 at this point.
You just switch some things around.
Yeah, I would have Bosa 1 too, but then I don't want to be called privileged. So
no, Nick Bosa is one of the most complete, dominant defensive ends, not edge rushers, defensive ends.
Not just
of the last 15 years in football. I mean, he's just a fabulous football player. No. All 3 downs, and when he gets into that sprinter stance and his arms flung up in the air like he's Usain Bolt, you know you're dead.
I love it. More disrespect for my team, We'll see. That's fine.
Because CBS Sports has him at 3. He's going to use it as bulletin board material.
Room, David.
This list is bougie.
Putting it in the locker room, you're not better than any of these people.
I mean, David, you don't have an issue with that?
I don't have an issue with too much other than the center being number 11.
You know what else is interesting? I didn't hear any Steelers on the list.
Pat Freiermuth is an honorable mention.
Oh, participation award.
Yeah, he gets a participation award.
Where's Najee Harris?
They are not even in the honorable mention.
Najee Harris didn't make it?
No, he shouldn't.
No.
What those 2-yard runs are really thrilling for you?
Minkah Fitzpatrick's too old, so he couldn't make it.
All right, we're good. We're good.
What about Plaxico?
No, okay.
He's like 50. That is
Jeez.
in football today.